Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. Real people doing real deals in real estate and no fake gurus allowed. We bring you the best and the most real estate investors in the space. They'll be showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate investing. Like, share, subscribe, get notified. It's the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast.
So once you got cut, then what was for you? Like,
once I got cut, I actually got approached by the guy who actually trained me there. He was like his top salesman guy there, right? And he told me he was going to go on his own, and he wanted to partner up, right? And so I still only had 6 months of training, and he said, hey, I know you can close. I know you can get deals. Going to start my own thing. Do you want to come join me? And I did.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice. It's like, what do I have to lose?
Well, and you got to remember, at this point, he was like the guy, right? He was the main closer. He was the guy closing everything. So I thought, like, honestly, I thought he was like the shit. And I was like, hey, this is another opportunity for me to learn from him.
Right.
So, you know, and ended up being one of the worst decisions I ever made. I mean, it got me to this point, but the experience was just horrible.
Right,
man.
right. Because it was a whole different animal. Yeah,
it was just it was bad, man. It was bad. I want to he was not a good person. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
You know, and partnerships, and they tell you early on, right? Be careful who you partner up with.
Right.
And you know, and I give everybody kind of like a chance.
Right.
I probably gave him one too many.
One too many, right?
One too many, man. But at the end of the day, I grew from it. I learned from it. I took an L, that's for sure. But more than anything, it was a proof of concept, right? After reviewing it, sitting back, being able to analyze it, right? We did maybe like 15 deals our first like 8 months, right? And then after I broke it down, I did 13 of those 15.
Wow.
So at the end of it, I was like, I don't need him.
Yeah,
you know? I can do this.
Right.
So just having that belief.
Now let's go back a little bit. So you did 13 out of the 15, but when you say you did 13 out of the 15, did you buy them and sell them yourself, or you just locked them up and then he went and sold them? Like, how did that work?
No, I sold them. Like, after really looking back, like I sold them.
You did the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, and this is back then where you can have open houses, right? Where you can like send a text blast, say, hey, we're going to have a showing from like 1 to 3.
Okay, got it.
And you have like 10 or 15 people.
And this is all local model because you're just in Fresno. You're
correct.
You're not wholesaling in Georgia or anything like that.
Everything was driving for dollars, Mojo dialer, like just picking up the phone and making those calls.
Just hustling. You were just hustling. Straight up hustle. Yeah.
Straight up hustle, bro. Straight up hustle.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Because that I can see now why you're growing right the way you are. Is you have the hustle in you. It's just that now it's just a matter of plugging in all these different systems.
Yeah,
to make that happen.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. The growing stages is crazy, right?
Yeah,
because you go from doing a couple deals. And then you try to scale that business, and there's just so much to do to scale that business, and so much to learn. And that's what brings us here today, right?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, so you figure, okay, you know, I bought the deals, I sold the deals, I can probably do this on my own,
right? And
you just went and decided to do your own thing.
Yeah, I did. I decided to do my own thing, and then I got a partner that I currently have right now, and his name's Todd Piggott, and he is a hard money lender here in my local area. Well, he's in 11 different states, but he basically presented me with an offer and said, hey, like, I'd like to create an off-market division at my company. Are you looking for a job? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm done working for anybody, man. He goes, well, how about a partnership? So I heard him out, and we got to working on our partnership, and we came to a conclusion on how he can help me and how I can help him. and we just formed this like really, really nice relationship together.
Okay.
So he provides a lot of value and resources, and kind of just lets me do my own thing,
Right.
and do what I'm good at, and that's
Well, he's busy enough with his other businesses.
right,
so.
right. So he just allows me to kind of just do my thing and focus on getting more deals, and that's what I like to do.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. So, what does your operation look like today? Like,
So today, we have a small team, and when I say small, it's like 5 and under, right? I have 2 acquisition reps. I have a few VAs. We're outsourcing our cold calling at the moment. I have about 4 or 5 cold callers who are calling full time, and then I have 1 VA who does all the follow up and text messaging, and then I just hired a TC.
okay, transactional coordinator.
Correct, and then our next position will be dispo.
Got it. Yeah, which we talked about offline before.
Correct.
Good deal. So, you've been doing this for how long now?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So, in 3 years, how many deals have you done, like, in total that you can count on?
It's got to be 150, maybe.
150.
Maybe 150.
Yeah, that's about
somewhere.
50 deals a year.
Yeah, we did about 50 deals this year.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, we also do some in-house flips too.
Right.
So we're flipping too. And we average somewhere around 3 to 4 flips per month.
Right. So, and how long does it take you on the flips? Like, from the time to buy, fix it, and then sell it?
We'd like to be out 120 days, right? We'd like to average that, but right now it's like 150, only because good work is kind of hard to find right now.
They're kind of hard to
Yeah,
find.
contractors and just like inventory.
Houses sit empty for a little while without
Yeah.
work getting done.
But it's okay because at the price points we're able to get them at, we can afford that time.
Right. Right. And you have a partner with money, so the funding just takes place in-house, right?
Yeah. My partner, exactly. He brings it in house. It's the good thing about that is we can get a little bit more aggressive if we need to, and then like if we need to tell somebody, hey, we can close in 3 days, we can close in 3
Right.
days.
Yeah, you got money in.
right. And then and then like my business partner, he's doing some pretty crazy stuff right now too. He just started a REIT, so he's like trying to build money right now.
Wow.
So, and he's building his own fund.
Okay.
So I mean that's going to benefit us in the long run as well.
Right. That's good, man. That's good to know. So on the wholesaling operation, you have 4 cold callers, 2 acquisitions guys, yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4, 6, 7 actually
Yeah.
people. And now and 8 with the TC.
Yeah.
See, you just grew and you didn't even realize it. You got 8 people.
That's funny how we break it down like that, because
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking it's just like 3.
No, you got all these people. You got 2 acquisitions, 4 cold callers, then you got a TC and yourself. That's actually 8 people.
Oh shit.
And then once you add your dispo, that's 9.
Right.
And eventually you'll continue to add more dispos and hopefully more acquisitions as you grow. If you grow bigger, like nationwide type,
Right. Which we are, right?
operations. So you're looking to grow nationwide.
Oh yeah, we actually just joined Corey Gary's
Yes.
program, and I've known Corey for quite some time, and he's been helping us out with our PPC, and we're starting to get into other markets now. So that's been our growing pains, right? Because it's not our market, so dispo is a little harder, but we're locking them up.
Yeah.
So and as we continue to grow, we'll just get better. I mean,
It's just a process, and the first thing is a limiting belief. So I used to be on your shoes years ago, right? When I was the guy going to the appointments and I was locking them up and raising the money and fixing the houses and flipping them and all that. And then one day I saw Nick Perry. He's doing deals all over. And I'm like, what do you mean you're doing deals in like Florida or Alaska? and he's like, man, I just do nationwide. And I was like, because he told me I live in Austin. And I said, Austin?
yeah.
Is that a good place to wholesale property? So he's like, no, but that's where I live. And I said, so how do you wholesale property? So, we do it all virtual. Like we do it all over the phone.
Yeah.
And at that time, I knew what he was talking about. I just didn't understand the language. I said, what do you mean you're doing it all over the phone? He's like, yeah, we just close properties over the phone. And then my own limiting beliefs was like, oh, I got to go see the house. I got to go create a rapport with the seller.
Right.
I got to sit on that living room or the kitchen table, get the contract, get it signed, then bring the contractors, execute, blah, 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 blah.
Bill report.
Bill report, yeah, right? He's like, yeah, Ricardo, you can do that over the phone, dude. Like, you just talk to people on the phone, and you don't even have to do that. You train people to do that. And then, which I'm like, what? Yeah, so you do that, train people to do that, then you go and get pictures from the seller. Like, they'll take, they all have an iPhone. Yeah, that's what he says.
Well, it helps when it's PPC and they're coming to you, right?
Right. Well, but actually the way we do it, which is texting, still get it done. Like, we still do the report thing, but it's all built over the phone now.
Right,
you know,
right.
We may do a Zoom call or a FaceTime, you know, things like that. So, once I saw him doing it, and then I saw a couple of other guys doing it, I said, maybe they're onto something. That's when I started, you know, going that route. And it's just going to be a matter of time before you say, I don't need to go to a house anymore. You know, like, one of the limiting beliefs I had also was my acquisitions and dispositions guys need to be here in the office.
Yeah.
I got over that already.
Really?
And now, so my acquisitions are in Miami. Now I'm shifting that to my VA. So even my dispositions, I'm shifting it to my VA. So I'm training those guys better so they can do it all. Like, literally remotely overseas. Probably in a year or so, I don't need this office anymore. I may just need my studio because I like doing this, like the podcast and recording and producing. But I'm like, I'm going to do that, all of that stuff overseas because, number one, they're hungry.
Yeah.
Number two, a lot cheaper than doing it here.
Way cheaper.
And number three, I find more quality people, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what
they're very hard workers.
they're hard workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I think
think about your cold callers. They sit in there all day long, rejection after rejection after rejection after until they get one, right? So
I think there's just the difficult part is just finding that right VA, right?
Yes.
But if you find them, I mean, they can be so valuable.
They are.
I mean, they just, I mean, the VA I have right now has grown so much. I mean, she does everything.
Wow.
She'll cold call, she'll follow up, she'll text, she'll I even had her do a little bit of dispo, you know, talking to buyers. So I try to keep her as busy as possible, and I just wish I had like 2 or 3 more of her.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the difficult part.
Right.
It's just finding that right VA.
Well, one thing you have to do when you get with these VAs, wherever they come from, is you gotta like spend some time with them. And I'm guilty of it. Like, I have 29 or 30 VAs, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know some of the names of my VAs. You follow me?
Yeah.
So I'm guilty of that. Like, not spending enough time. Now, Cesar, Shane, Carlos, Carla, they all spend time with them. But me as the leader of the pack, I should get more calls with them, understand what they need, you know their name, like their family, because that's important for them.
Training is extremely important.
Training them. So
accountability too is just, you got to keep them accountable because they'll go off track. They really will. If you we hold weekly meetings, and we're always like tracking what they're doing, what they're saying, right? Because they'll go off script if you let them.
Oh yeah,
so like
100%.
So it's just like being able, like taking the time to manage them, right? And then training your, like, right now I even have one of my AQs actually hosting the weekly meetings, and I trust her.
Well, that's good. That's empowerment. You're empowering them to do it.
Yeah, and and I trust her enough to like be able to do that, and she's on top of it. So she's the one listening to the calls and following up on the leads. She's the best person I think personally to have those meetings with the cold callers. So
that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're doing that. That shows you're growing, like, because you're letting go of power and empowering others to go.
That was the toughest thing for me, I'll be honest with you, and it's still tough to me to this day. You know,
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it gets, you know, they get uncomfortable, right? They always tell you to get uncomfortable. I mean, but letting go, and we talked about that earlier today. It's just, it's, to me, that was very, very hard to let go.
Wow. Yeah. Now, for me, it was limiting beliefs, like understanding that I had a limiting belief, and then I was like, oh, really? And then seeing somebody else do it. Hold on a second. I got to go do what that guy's doing so I can grow faster. Like, you know, I don't need to go invent the wheel myself. He has a wheel. Hey, what is it? What works for you? This is what works for me. Boom, 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 boom. Done. I'm gonna go do that, and that I implement it. Yeah. And are you gonna trip and fall? Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna make mistakes, right? And
Well, that was so cool about coming here today, man. Seeing your operations, it's just like getting that belief and seeing other people be successful, and just being like, man, I like. There's no reason why I can't do that either.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's gonna be my next thing, is just going to more of these like masterminds and just meeting people who are just doing it better than you.
Yeah. So for many years, dude, I stayed away from that. I was like, because I thought I didn't need their knowledge for some reason. Like I was better than whatever because I knew it all, or I knew what I knew, you know, and I had done ego, right? Yeah. So ego gets. Now I just buy my way into as many groups as I can.
Yeah.
By buying my ticket, like, you know, I go to Phoenix all the time, to the All In Guys events, and then I go, whoever's putting on an event, I'm like, well, I want to go tap into that network, and I want to learn what they're doing, because you can take the stairs or you can take the elevator.
Right.
Man, I'm taking the elevator every single time now.
Yeah.
But I used to take the stairs for many years.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, by the way, guys, we're doing a two-day goal-setting mastermind right now. That's why Oscar is here. He came from California. And then in this mastermind, we have nothing but seven-figure guys. I don't know if your operation is seven-figure or not yet, but I'm pretty sure after this, you're going to be close to that, be lingering around that.
It's just like there's no excuse now. You know what I mean? It's just like you see, like, yeah, there's some great people here today, man. And
yeah,
they've given me so much knowledge today. It's kind of exciting. Like I already want to go back and implement these changes. Right?
It's like, and you have to literally go there and like, okay, boom, 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 because otherwise, you go back to doing the same thing. You're going to have the same results. Not that your results are bad right now, but it's like, okay, if I want to go have a $500,000 a month like freaking Scott is,
right.
How is it that you're doing it? This is what I'm doing. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir, I'm going to go do that, right?
Yeah.
Or if you want to get more deals with texting, which you own a platform,
right. What
is it that you're doing? This is how I'm pulling my list, and this is the places where I'm going. All right, I need to do just that, right?
Well, that's the beautiful thing about, like, even today, dude, like we're on day one, and I already feel like I was given enough like information to go make 7 figures next year. You know, we're in December, so like,
especially from the communications perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you communicate with your VAs,
yeah.
with your acquisitions guys, with your dispo guys, you know, even with your family, like
correct.
Kids, you know, wife, parents, you know. Sometimes we analyze, like, man, now I understand why my dad and I freaking clash so much, right? Because we're not communicating effectively from one side or the other one, right? Which I used to have that problem with my father as well.
Right.
Now, I just didn't like to be told what to do, right? and he was my boss, so I was kind of like on the same shoes as you probably were back then in the mines. But he's in the insurance business, and I was working with him.
I was young and dumb earlier too.
Me too. Know? Like all I did was drink and party and chase women around. That was it. Like those were my 3 priorities in life. You know. Yeah. And those are not my priorities anymore. Trust me. I got one lady to choose, and that's my little daughter Manuela. Because my wife, I don't even have